Now, bar at 6:24. This would be a new world record. Mondo Duplantis. Oh, yes! A world beater yet again. And it's only mid-April. Would you believe it? Mondo on top of the world. First time in China. It's a day he'll never forget. 6:23, of course, last year he extended his own world record and he's added another centimetre. Mondo Duplantis, world record holder once again. Wow. Well, that's just brought the stadium alive and it takes the breath away.
World lead, so with Andy Diaz-Hernandez, 1761 from Turin in the indoor season. Italian not here. Diaz Fortune, Spanish athlete, was due to be here, but he hasn't quite made the start line. 17:38, foul, 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 pass, and this from Pedro Pachado. That is going to be further than his 17:38. Pachado again, he shakes his head, he doesn't like it. Still looks shy of that world leading mark from Diaz-Hernandez. Such a long hang there for Pachado. Meeting record 17:51, and he extends his lead over the other athletes. He takes the meeting record of 17:43 from Diaz-Hernandez, and last year sends it out to 17:51, and that's the mark for the rest of the men to go for. Kerr clear at 2:24. Second attempt. Shelby McEwen picked up the silver medal in Glasgow. Wonderful performance from him there. He's a bit sprightly here today. It's a great first time clearance at 2:27. First man over that height.
Yeah, some of the earlier heights, it was really quite testing, wasn't it? The track drying out.
Marquis Dendy next up on the runway, third place in the first round, 7:89. Oh, that's a nice jump from Dendy. That could be our second jump in excess of 8 metres. Dendy, with all his experience, not getting too excited, a 3-time world indoor medalist. Gold back in 2016 in Portland. Always there or thereabouts. No bucket hat here, though, for 2024. I mean, it's still a cap. We'll get that on the board as well, 0 from Dendy.
Yes, a man known for his sartorial elegance as well as his long jumping, and that's quite conservative, isn't it, by his own standards? Normally it's a bucket hat, maybe even a mask. We saw him earlier in the season.
That leaves just Mondo Duplantis in the competition. And he's gone to 6 metres next. And he said last week that his 6-metre clearance felt great, and he thought as soon as possible, let's get that bar up to world record height. And he's done perhaps something similar here today. That's his dad, his coach, Greg Duplantis, watching on. And it was a long wait whilst the other men attempted 5:92 for Duplantis. So perhaps this 6-metre effort, a bit of a holder. Let's see how you are at 6. And now, Chris, what do you reckon? Are we looking at 6¼ metres?
I think so, yep. Clear daylight there. I think that counts as I'm feeling good. The pole's feeling good in the hand. The runway is looking good. And I think that's enough of a convincing clearance at 6. Now, if we wind back 7 days, from 6, he went straight to 6:24, didn't he? Will he go to 6:25 from here?
McLeod again, 1 centimetre off the lead in the third round with his 8:14. Here he goes again, waiting for the right moment here. That wind still pushing strong. Oh, that's big. Whoa, that really has lifted him up. That's way beyond the lead. Surely gets the green valid attempt. That's got to be way beyond 8:15. So McLeod, with that very, very strong wind, it just gust there, plus 5.2. So it's not a valid jump in terms of rankings or anything, but for the competition, 8:52. That's a big lead at this stage.
Right, Martinez. Lazaro Martinez of Cuba. Oh, that's good. Right, we were just saying we haven't really seen a big jump yet in this triple jump. slight breeze just floating around, nothing to say, but that flag being waved in the background. But Martinez hitting the board lovely there, so he gets things going. World Indoor Champion from 2022, picked up a silver outdoors last year. Pretty poor World Indoor Champions by those standards in Glasgow, but goodness me, that, well, another meeting record, as we've explained earlier on. It wasn't a great meeting record before. But Pichardo, and apologies if I said earlier on about him starting his Diamond League season, of course, he's already jumped 17.51 this year.
Best effort so far. Here is round 4. Well, that looks to be an improvement. I think that's over 17 metres, so getting better and better. 16.98 in rounds 1 and distance matched. Very good on takeoff as well. 16.91 in round 2, and that's the best of the lot so far. Over 17 metres for the first time this evening. The man from Burkina Faso was feted on his return from that Olympic bronze medal in Tokyo. 17.27. Zango leading the way here in Bislett. He will leapfrog Tricky into first place.
The star performer, the main man, the headline act. Talking to Jeff Hardwick, who knows him very well indeed. Jeff, of course, a 6-metre jumper in his time, saying what makes this man special is not just how high he jumps, it's the humility that he's retained. He's always just so refreshingly spontaneous and honest and humble in press conferences. Nothing has got to him, no ego at all. He's very thoughtful, makes people who ask questions, make them feel as though it's the first time he's been asked that question. Here he is, bar at 6 metres. Yes. And Tim, I mean, we're spoiled now, aren't we? You can still see it means something to him, but we're getting so spoiled that actually 6 metres is becoming just a regular thing. We're disappointed and surprised if he doesn't do 6 metres.
The bar went to 6 metres, and unusually, Duplantis failed at his first attempt. Second attempt for the Swede. That's better. There you go, smiles this time. Beats his chest. Say, okay, that's more like it now. I guess it's been a great competition so far. Kendrick's cleared 5.95. Kolev, France third, 5.85. But again, once more, as ever, really, Duplantis on his own above 6 metres. And I guess the only question now, as you could see there, that's saying his real height of 6.16. Has he got the feel today? Does he think it's worth going higher?
Last chance for Gianmarco Tamberi to stay in the competition. That pass at 2.29, that means this is last chance saloon for this year's European champion. Oh, look at that, that's very, very good. We've spoken about the issues Tamberi had. He was so upset to pick up those kidney stones and have to deal with that at the Olympic Games. He was also upset to lose his wedding ring in the opening ceremony. He was waving the flag around, it went flying off. He did this big apology to his wife. Now here at the Silesia Diamond League, there's a MVP ring available to the athlete that scores the most points on the world ranking points. And him talking about that in the press conference yesterday and saying to Tamberi, surely you need to get that ring for your wife. He was a bit disillusioned. I think they predicted he'd have to jump around 2.45. Here he goes to try and better his own world record by 1 centimetre. Mondo Duplantis at 6.26. Oh, and he does it! Another world record for Mondo Duplantis. He started the Diamond League season in Xiamen with a world record, and he's gone higher again today. That is tremendous from Duplantis. What a competitor, what a guy. He made us wait for it so often. It's on the 3rd attempt. It was the 2nd time today. He was nowhere near with the 1st attempt, but that was so special from Duplantis.
2 world records on the night. Astonishing stuff. Jakob Ingebrigtsen of Norway, Mondo Duplantis of Sweden.
Olympic silver medalist from Jamaica, Owain Pinnock. Second round of the long jump down the back straight. That's better. Now, nobody's really got to grips with the conditions quite yet so far, but that one was a good effort from Pinnock, improving all of the time. Tentoglu struggling in the first 2 rounds, but that 8:18 for the Jamaican. That takes a decent lead early, and that, on a night like this, is not going to be too far away, I'm pretty sure, at the end. Tentoglu looking on, knows what he's got to do now. Pinnock into the lead.